On Maresca, though, just on Maresca, do you think like Chelsea put Europe and maybe the Premier League on notice last night? Do you feel like a bit of a warning was sent with that performance?
Yes, because the most positive Chelsea fan on the planet and the most negative Barcelona fan on the planet did not predict 3-0 to Chelsea. No one predicted 3-0 to Chelsea. Even if people predicted Chelsea wins, no one said 3-0.
A little bit.
I predicted 3-1.
I predicted Chelsea to win.
But at least you gave them a goal. They kept Yamal from scoring. And
Yeah,
Rafinha
but
from
come
scoring.
on.
And Lewandowski and Fermin Lopez. They kept that nuclear. But do you guys see who they had at centre back? Chalobah and Fofana stopped Lewandowski and Yamal and Rafinha and Fermin Lopez and Ferran Torres from scoring a goal. So we have to give credit where it's due. It's funny because yesterday me and Mo got into debate about Reece James being world class or not. Then he puts on a world class performance in midfield for me. I think if there is one Chelsea player you could call world class, it's Reece James. I watched yesterday's game. Look, there are 3 standout players for me in yesterday's game: Reece James, Enzo Fernandez, and Estevao.
You're just a hater. You're just a hater. It's unbelievable, bro. It's unbelievable. He's just a hater. This guy has the biggest agenda on YouTube. This guy is still holding grudge over Caicedo rejecting Jurgen Klopp's offer to him.
Wait, do you think Caicedo was better than Enzo yesterday?
If you don't pick Caicedo,
do you think Caicedo was better than Enzo yesterday?
If you don't pick Caicedo yesterday, if you don't pick him as one of the best players in the game, you must have an agenda.
Do you really think Caicedo was better than Enzo yesterday?
Absolutely. Caicedo was amazing.
Oh my God! You think Enzo started all of Chelsea's attacks? You don't know football. Enzo was the one playing all the right.
I don't know football, bro.
Fuck your stats. I know you're opening new tab for stats. Fuck your stats.
Wallah al-Azim, you don't know ball and you're just a hater.
Unreal yesterday.
You are just a hater.
Wallah,
you're just a hater.
You have an agenda against Enzo.
Wallah al-Azim, you're just a hater and you don't know.
Thank you, Lewis. Thank you, Lewis. Enzo was better. Thank you.
Wallah al-Azim, you're just
Lewis
a hater.
has called out my Caicedo agenda even more than you. He knows that Enzo was better yesterday. Enzo ran the fucking show. Are you mad? Are you mad? Caicedo was the 3rd best midfielder on the pitch. Enzo and Reece James were better. That doesn't mean Caicedo was bad. I'm just saying who was elite. Estevao, Reece James, and Thingy. And when you look at the defensive players, Cucurella was their best defensive player.
So for me, just to put my 10 penneth in, I think it's fair that you say Reece James and Enzo were better, but I thought all 3 were world class. So for me, it's almost whoever you put top doesn't really matter. They were all world class. Caicedo is world class. He is on a world class level. For me, he's been consistently brilliant in the Premier League, the hardest league in the world, for what, 3-4 years now. He had a little bit of a settling in period at Chelsea. Outside of that, he's been amazing. Was amazing at Brighton. He's been amazing. He's been amazing at Chelsea. He was amazing in the summer at the World Club Cup, the Club World Cup.
Agreeing with me.
Yeah, and it's
argument, Terry. Don't.
No. I'm not changing the. I'm not. Hang on. I'm not changing the argument. I'm pointing out it's fair. I did literally say it's fair to say Enzo was better. I don't agree, but I'm not going to argue with it because I thought they were all fantastic. So for me, it feels like nitpicking. They were all sensational. Chelsea were sensational, and I feel going into this weekend, they can beat Arsenal. If they beat Arsenal, I don't think it stops Arsenal winning the league. I don't think it means Arsenal were a bad team. We'll touch on them a little bit later. But I think it means that this Chelsea team is coming of age. And they had a little rough patch at the beginning of the season. Yes, a lot of that was due to getting players sent off. The United defeat, the Brighton defeat. Obviously, they got beat by Bayern Munich away. That's not something to overly criticise, I don't think. But they started a little slow last season, Chelsea, and then found their feet in that late September through to December period. I think they're going to do the same. It's whether or not they can. Then they had a bad 6-7 weeks after Christmas. I just don't think that's going to happen this year. The squad's a year older. They've bought very well. They've got Palmer coming back. Do I think they can win the Premier League? No. But I think they've sent out a notice that Chelsea are just a little away now from going back to their old elite level where they're capable of winning any trophy that they're in. I think they can win any of the cups they're in. I'm not convinced they can get over the line in the league, but what I predicted at the beginning of the season for Chelsea, they are going to be there or thereabouts until very late in this season, and I think they're really starting to click and come together now.
I think
I'm not gonna go back to the Caicedo. Okay, did you speak? Are you gonna let me speak? You fucking interrupted me, and you
Terry
didn't let me
interrupted
fucking
me,
speak,
and you
bro.
interrupted me.
What
Terry
the fuck, bro?
interrupted
You
me, and
kind
you
of like I was silent,
because you
bro.
have an Enzo
I was
agenda.
silent. I
You
was
hate
silent.
Enzo
See the
Fernandez.
difference?
He's Argentinian.
See the
Just
difference
like you
between
don't think Messi
he's
is the GOAT.
shouting
You
again.
don't like Argentinian players. There you are. There you are. See, we can both do this agenda. You are a fraud, and you know it. You are so far up Caicedo's ass. Yesterday, Enzo ran the show. He initiated the counterattacks. He initiated the press.
Oh, we're going
He
back
was
to
the one playing the line-breaking passes. Caicedo attempted 2 to 3 line-breaking passes and wasn't capable of making them. Does that mean Caicedo was bad? Absolutely not. But Enzo was 10 out of 10. Reece James was 10 out of 10. And Caicedo was 8.5 out of 10. So he was fucking amazing, but he wasn't unreal like Enzo and Reece James were. That's all I meant. Cucurella,
You repeated yourself.
was fucking unreal
Bro, is this that? What is this, bro? Are you gonna allow other people to talk? You cry every time I interrupt you, bro.
I didn't interrupt you. You interrupted me.
You're interrupting me again. Oh, you're interrupting me again. You cry every time. Okay.
Come on, Tom and Jerry.
Okay,
Calm down.
It's very simple. I'm not going to do a monologue like this. If anybody watched the game yesterday and thinks that Enzo Fernandez dictated the game, you didn't watch the game. The one that got the ball from the defense and actually towards Enzo or Reece James or the wingers is Caicedo. The one that decides where the ball is going to go next, where our attack is going to go, is it left or is it right, is Caicedo, not Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez was good in the final third when his passes and everything, but the one that actually dominated that midfield was Moises Caicedo. And I know that because Enzo Fernandez got the assist and got the run, it looks like he was better. Without Caicedo yesterday, Chelsea wouldn't have been able to dominate that midfield like this because he's the one who stopped a lot of attacks of Barcelona. He's the one who doubled on Yamal with Cucurella if needed to be doubling. Who's the one who covered everyone. And that is the people that don't understand football say what Hussam says. They watch the stats, they watch Enzo Fernandez getting the assist and they think that. But the people that know football know that to get the ball from the defense to the offensive part is the hardest part. To create an angle and be an angle for all your teammates is the hardest part, is the football IQ. And every time Chalobah was under pressure, or Cucurella was under pressure, or even Fofana, Caicedo's always an angle for his team. For every one of his teammates was under pressure, Caicedo was popping up there. In addition to his defensive attributes, his passing range and his contribution to the passes forward it's because of Don Hussam, because he had a big influence on the internet. People are calling him a shin kicker, a tackler, but people forget how good he is on the ball. How can he can dictate games? That's my 2 cents or Caicedo. If you're asking me tomorrow, I think if you're asking any Chelsea fan tomorrow, which is going to end this, who would you rather sell tomorrow, Caicedo or Enzo Fernandez? 99.9% will tell you that we will sell Enzo Fernandez and keep Caicedo if you have to sell one of them. That is my take on it. I don't want to debate it with Hussam because the difference with me and Hussam is that I didn't think that Enzo was bad yesterday. I'm with Terry. They were very good. But I didn't want to undermine what Caicedo did, like what Hussam did, by putting him levels before Reece James and Enzo Fernandez. I thought Caicedo is unbelievable yesterday. I thought Enzo was good than Reece James, but I thought Caicedo, because he contributed to both aspects of the game defensively and offensively. That's what people don't understand. He's so important to this Chelsea team. He's ridiculously amazing, to be honest. Caicedo, especially in these big games.
I hear that. This here says, go on, Lewis. Beat Arsenal this weekend. Give me hope. We'll touch on this a little bit more in a moment. Barca fans calling Caicedo world class and saying they'll go for him soon. But football expert Hussam said he's nowhere near Pedri and can't play for PSG because of Neves.
I stick by that. I don't think Caicedo can play for PSG.
That's what I say. You're an agenda driven. You're still crying. You're crying. You're crying. I'm gonna interrupt you like you did. He's crying, bro. Bro, the guy cries. He cries. He's crying.
Why
he rejected us. He rejected us.
Tell me when the clown is done.
He rejected.
When he's done.
Last season, you remember last season when he every show on the screen, every show.
Let the clown run the
Caicedo.
Go ahead,
bro. Every time Caicedo was praised last season, he's like, Caicedo, you made the wrong choice. You could have been league champion this season. You could have been league champion. You could have been league champion if you joined. Caicedo made the worst decision of his lifetime by joining Chelsea. We remember the streams, bro. We remember Caicedo made bro, for 1 year, this guy had his Avi on YouTube, Caicedo crying. And you're telling me he doesn't have an agenda? Bro, cut the crap and put the price in the bag, bro. Bro, put the price in the bag.
Okay, are
1
you done?
year.
Are you done?
I'm done. I cooked you. I'm done. Take the L and move
Correct.
on.
Okay.
Move on.
So anyway, Blaze, I don't base my opinions based on Barcelona fans because they don't know football, because they're used their whole life to Messi. So that's the only thing that they know. Second of all, I don't think Caicedo starts for PSG's midfield. Yesterday, he attempted 2 or 3 line-breaking passes, was incapable of making them. Meanwhile, Enzo made them with ease because he's the better footballer. He's more complete. Third of all, I have the same exact thing for my club. I prefer McAllister over Gravenberg because I prefer more complete players. And I think Enzo can do more on the pitch. And it's funny because people put up pictures of Enzo, Caicedo, and Lavia next to each other. And they said all 3 rejected Liverpool. So why is it am I praising one guy that rejected my club, but I'm not praising the other guy that rejected my club? And actually, Mo should know this because he's known me for a long time. I wanted Enzo Fernandez from the days where he was at River Plate, before he even kicked a ball at Benfica, before the World Cup, before any of this. I wanted him from River Plate. There is video evidence of me saying I wanted him from his River Plate days because I rate him that highly. That's just my preference. I like midfielders who are better on the football. It's just the way that I like the sport. Caicedo yesterday attempted 2-3 passes that were intercepted by the Barcelona players. Meanwhile, Enzo didn't share the same experience. And Enzo's a lot better in the final third. Enzo's better in front of goal. Enzo's better in terms of GA. Enzo's better in terms of line-breaking passes. Yesterday, every attack that Chelsea initiated started from Enzo Fernandez. Caicedo defensively did an unbelievable job. And you tried to twist the argument by saying, Terry, the difference with me and you is I don't think Enzo was bad yesterday. I said Caicedo was 8.5 out of 10. 8.5
That's
out
when
of
you're
10 is
wrong.
bad.
Okay, just to
8.5 means
smash,
you're very good.
just to smash this argument, I just
Here we
went
go.
and
Bring
checked
the
the
stats.
stats. Yeah,
Bring
yeah.
the stats. Yep.
Okay, just to smash this
I
argument.
don't care about
people.
the stats. I
know you don't care because you don't know. I'm gonna smash this argument.
Actually,
I just checked the stats, and
Yes.
Enzo Fernandez have actually only the long balls he played. Just long balls mean long passes. Have actually only completed 33%, which is 2 out of 6. Caicedo have completed yesterday 4 out of 5. Caicedo completed 95% out of 73%. He only missed 4 passes during 90 minutes. You missed only 4 passes during 90 minutes.
All 4 of them were line breaking.
Hold on. I just told you that
Caicedo's very good at passing to Reece James,
I just told you.
Enzo,
I just destroyed
passing
you.
to the left back, passing to the right back.
I just destroyed you.
I agree.
I just destroyed you. I just destroyed you by saying that 5 long passes. He completed 4 of them. Enzo attempted 6 of these, completed only 2. In terms of key passes, both had 2. The stats back my eye test. Enzo was very good yesterday. He made great runs, but the one who dictates the game is Caicedo. The one is trusted to get the ball from the defense and turn and dictate where the ball is going to go. Is Caicedo. Bro.
Tacklers now
you still think Declan Rice plays as a DM, bro. Just put the fries in the back, bro. You still think Declan Rice plays as a DM, bro. You still think Declan Rice plays DM, bro.
Games by tackling. It's crazy.
Football is different. Again, the agenda appeared now. He's calling Caicedo a tackler, where the guy completed more passes than any other player on the pitch.
He does on the pitch is tackling. That's his best attribute.
The guy literally yesterday completed more passes than Enzo and Reece James.
Yeah, great. By passing to them sideways. He's very good at that.
Sideways. Okay. Let me destroy you again.
Henderson can do this.
Let me destroy you again. Enzo Fernandez completed 30 passes in the opposition's half. Caicedo completed 29.
Okay. How does that destroy anything?
So how is it sideways
the
then?
Opposition half is just past halfway line. Caicedo could pass to the right, even from past halfway line.
Guys, we've put a poll up, okay, for which midfielder performed the best last night. So Caicedo, Enzo, and Reece James are the options. Let's see what the poll comes back in with. And let's do some of these super chats here. Great debate though, gents. Best show of the week. Love Hussam and Mo. Big up Masters for that, my friend. Which of the two gets? We'll do that in a minute when we get more onto the Arsenal conversation with the show. Cucurella, Caicedo, James are world class. Palmer will be soon, is what Nick Hunter says here. Do Chelsea have world class players now? Is what Papa Bear says here.
Not yet. I still
one world class player for
me. Like what I mean. World class is maybe Caicedo because he has been doing it for 2 consecutive seasons at Chelsea. Cole Palmer has shown us world-class ability in one season, but unfortunately last season he didn't have the greatest season, and this season he has been injured. Kukurea, if you want to say in terms of fullbacks, I don't think Kukurea is world-class yet, but for me, I think he's, because of the fullbacks now not being amazing in the world. Kukurea yesterday, world-class performance. I can't hate on that. He was fantastic, not only defensively, but going forward. But other than this, like, to be world-class, you need to be levels above the rest of the world. And I believe maybe we'll give it to Caicedo, because I don't think there is a DM in the world that touches Caicedo now. A DM.
That's fair. Wayne here says Ferran Torres stopped himself from scoring. What an awful miss. Yeah, that was 3 or 4 minutes into the game. Just after Chelsea nearly scored, but it was after that point. Now, what I loved about what Caicedo did last night, though, they did find the ball behind Chelsea's midfield about 5 times. I looked at it back 5 times in that first half. Caicedo, 4 of them, gets back, wins the ball back. Those moments, for me, is why I understand the dictating of the play and moving the ball forward. But I felt if Caicedo didn't do that, there was a possibility when it was 0-0 and when it was 1-0 and 11v11, Barca could have got back into the game. That, for me, was one of the most decisive parts of that first half.
You know what the addition to this, Terry, is that some of these, we will praise a defensive midfielder if he tackles the opposition, but you get an extra point, and we always said that about defensive. When you tackle, dispossess and start an attack yourself. Like, you're dispossessing the opposition by getting the ball from them, recovery, and you start the attack. That's what Caicedo did. He's not just tackling, getting the ball away.
I hear that. Hey now, yes, Sam, there's some merit to taking a manager that is willing to be patient and install a system despite the pushback from fans, which is true. This is wishing... wishes for a very happy birthday to Judge Mo. Cheers, all 3, for keeping football discussions alive. You 3 make Wednesday evenings better. Thank you.
Appreciate you, my man. Thank you so much.
I appreciate that. Would you 3 take Maresca at your clubs? I mean, I wouldn't be adverse to it at Man United, to be honest. I wouldn't turn around and go, absolutely not. I think with the experience he's had at Chelsea, I think he'd start better at United than he maybe did at Chelsea, but with the criticism he got. But that being said, he did quite well. They did quite well.